something in the house.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big pitch, came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, they sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Gang time in it. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Run it up, 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 run it up. You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog, so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest.
Here's the punter, Jake Camarda, set to do the honors, and off we go now from Tampa. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And right away, he lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A first carry for Rachaad White. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Brady now to throw. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mostert. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. He's already put it on the ground once in this 1st half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
Tua on 4th down. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Fournette, touchdown, Buccaneers.
But he decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd, and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This is Mostert. They'll get this down to the 38. Now Mostert. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, coming up and making the big-time play.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Ready.
Here's Mostert. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, it's Mostert. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive spans 13 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Second down, here's Mostert again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On play action, here's Tua. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. The drive starts with a run by White. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's White.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
First down, here's White. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Brady.
Complete right side to Otten. And the BUCS are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Now the BUCS going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Here's White.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Once again, it's White.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Brady. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a first down. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
It's happened in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost. Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. Sukup's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime here in an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The BUCS with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The BUCS ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And that is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 28. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember, the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel, or was that analytics that came into play there, deciding to go for it on 4th down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all of those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey, I feel like we can get this right now. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Brady gives this to White. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. Now Brady. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal 4th down.
Would have put him in the lead, but hold that thought.
Yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way to regroup.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw, it's Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the BUCS have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Suck up for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That's into the hands of Waddle downfield.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
They hand it off to Mostert. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Dolphins have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Brady. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Fournette running right. They find some open field here. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Now carry there for Fournette as he's able to work his way for a gain of about 5.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter.
Second down at 5.
Again, it's Fournette. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't it?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. On second, oh no, he lost the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. Godwin's got it. Touchdown Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Bucs answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Extra point up and good by Succa, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Play action. Now it's Tua. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long. But I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And he's able to get the first here as he's...
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Dolphins first down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he loses the football a second time. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. The BUCS forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Time with Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll run with Mostert. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. The field goal ties it, but you're down here knocking on the door. What are you doing?
Did you hear the way you just said that?
Kind of.
Yeah.
With hesitance?
Yes, that means you don't want to kick the field goal, and I don't think they do either. They need to go ahead and get these points now and get an advantage and not tie it up. It'll feel like a big disappointment if they just kick the field goal right here.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to tie things up in the final minute. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw is Brady. This is caught by Evans. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
Now Brady. This is caught, and that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. Extra point try now for Suckup. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 7, 24 seconds to go. Now they've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked it. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Now a 2nd down and 6. Brady going to throw here. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So So a little icing on the cake there before the clock gets all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point put through by Suckum, and the lead now up to 14. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The BUCS ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And he's finally out of bounds, but he gets it to the 25. What a return. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did that? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
You